Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. It is Friday night, October 29th here in America. But tonight I have a special guest on. And guess what? Guess what? Captain Pi is from China. He's in China right now, and he's having coffee. So while you're having a beer, Captain Pi's having coffee. And so he's going to be the clear one. And we're just going to be having a good time tonight. This is an epic week, man. I tell you what, I have wanted to have Captain Pi on my show now for over a month. I've talked to him and we've been trying to coordinate, and we were going to be on 2 weeks ago, actually a week and a half Wednesday ago. And my equipment just went. And so right before we went on, it was like, no, this is not a good use of our time because I sound like crap. And just a little bit of a pro tip for anyone out there that wants to be a really expert, world-renowned YouTuber like me is when your equipment goes south, you don't want to do what I did, because I, on a daily basis, got a new part in from Amazon. I started with cable 1, changed it. Nope, still sounding like crap. Cable 2, changed my mic, changed my connection, changed everything. And finally, I was disgusted with it all. I changed my mixer. I upgraded my mixer. I tried everything. It sounded like crap. So I decided, you know what? Screw this. And I was a little bit, I was annoyed of a bunch of crap on my screen. And so I decided to just reboot my computer to get rid of all the crap. And I rebooted it. And guess what? My original equipment worked just fine. So thank you, Amazon Prime, because I sent it all back. But, note to self, Control-Alt-Delete, not a bad move as your first move. So anyway, that was why we had the delay, but I think it was providential, because back then the market cap of Epic Cash, because we're going to talk about the epicness of Epic Cash tonight, but the market cap was $4 million. And I'm just looking right now. I did a little refresh on my app, and let's go to Epic Cash, and it looks like, we're at $48 million right now. So let's go 48 divided by 4. And because, my supercomputer brain doesn't do it like Max's. So we're 12x from when my buddy Captain Pi, who is on the phone right now with me, we were talking about the epicness of Epic Cash then, but that was 12x ago. So Captain Pi from China, welcome to the show.
Hello, Uncle V. It's good to be here. I'm actually from the UK, but living in China.
You sound like you have a Chinese accent to me.
Yeah, you never know.
So what do you do over there in China?
I teach English, and I just started a new job 2 weeks ago where I'm working in a kindergarten, because I always really enjoyed the company.
I love that.
Of the little people. And,
yes.
And honestly,
I bet that's a joy, actually, to just see that, just the goodness of little ones, right?
Yeah, it's the funnest job I've ever had. It's so good. I'm just laughing and smiling all day. So yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That is so great. That is so great. Congratulations. Well, I tell you what. Where do I begin? Let me do a little bit of screen share, because I want to show you all how you can find this article that we're going to talk about. And before I show you how to get it, I just want to tell you that this is an article that, just appeared. And I later was able to find out the story behind it. It was written by Captain Pi, and you're going to learn about the story behind it tonight. But I will tell you, if you own one Epic Cash, or if you own know Epic Cash, but are Epic Cash curious, and you might want to put your toe in the water, stop right now. Well, not right now. Wait till after this video. But after you smash that like button, by the way, and hit the subscribe button, and maybe send this to a couple people who might be crypto curious too, so you can get them in the boat, help their financial future. Just saying. But this article appeared, and it was called "The Epicness of Epic Cash," and I'm like, that's intriguing. And so I read it, and I'm like, holy cow. This writer just unpacked the Epic Cash ecosystem in an accessible way, in words that I can comprehend, that don't go over my head, that meet me where I am, that are kind and persuasive, if that makes any sense. I like to have things brought down to a level that even I'll understand it. I just appreciate it so much more. And Captain Pi accomplished that. And now I understand why, is because he's actually a teacher. But we're gonna show you how to find the article so that you can go read it for yourself. And then we're going to unpack it tonight. We promise you that we are not going to be that channel that just reads it to you, but I want to show you where it is. So before I do that, I want to show you how you can find. Let's just go to right here. That is me delayed a little bit, and let's go up to my channel. So this is the Uncle Vigilante channel. If you don't know me, my name is Uncle Vigilante, Uncle V, most people call me. And I started this channel in March to document my journey as a crypto newbie. I only got into cryptocurrency the second week of January. I've had YouTube channels before under different topics. I like YouTube, but I just find they let me talk about crypto. They ban me for everything else that I like to talk about. So I like talking crypto, and they let me. So here we are today. I decided, okay, look, I don't know anything about crypto, but, I'm pretty sure it's a new asset class that is going to be pretty big, kind of like Web 1.0, kind of like if you just got your first AOL, mail account back in 1995, dial up. Remember that? That's kind of where we are in crypto right now. So if we are at the 5-yard line, about ready to punch it into the end zone from Web 1.0, meaning we've gone 95 yards down the field. Right now with crypto, we're at the 5-yard line and we have 95 yards left to go. So we're still early. You are still early. So don't fret if you see anything tonight and you say, oh no, I've missed out. You haven't missed out. You are so early. It is crazy. So my channel, the Uncle Vigilante channel, you can just go to YouTube. You can search it, and there I am. When you find it, please do hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. So when I go live, you'll be notified. Now, if you go to videos and you go to like last Friday's Epic Cash Live right here, okay, we're not going to play it, but I want you to notice that down below is my show notes, okay? Show more or show description. And I include in every one of my show descriptions a ton of links. What is Epic Cash? How to buy Epic Cash, the video, the article. Now you'll see here the epicness of Epic Cash right here. If we go there and click on that, you're going to come to this article. This was written by Captain Pi, my friend, my partner in Epic Cash, my brother in Epic Cash, and this is the article. Introduction. I'm not going to read you the whole article, but I am going to read you the intro. I stumbled across Epic while looking for a relatively unknown cheap privacy coin that had the potential to go parabolic. I was blown away with what I found in Epic Cash. It has everything I could possibly hope for, plus a lot of things I didn't even realize I wanted. When you listen to the founder, Max Freeman, on this project speak, you get a sense that he genuinely considers BTC, Bitcoin, as just a stepping stone for Epic on the way to infinity. I mean, that sounds completely insane, right? But some say there is a fine line between genius and insanity. Is this guy completely insane? Or will he and the community be able to cross the line into genius territory? I've spent a lot of my free time over the past few weeks trying to figure out the answer to this question, and I shall report my findings here, hopefully in a way that is simplified and easily to understand. Now, if you go down there after the disclaimer, it says things like, will Epic Cash become the perfect form of Bitcoin? What the? Ain't got time to read all this. Ain't there a short version? I just love how you put this. There's even pictures for those of you who prefer tip and mitten. You know, you teach kindergarten, and so we even have pictures here. So I'm just going to quickly go down and let you know that this is not a Bud Light or a Miller Lite article. This is, full hops. This is like a craft beer that is just going to leave you. I mean, it's just going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy, and it is so detailed, and it is awesome. So Captain Pi, my hat's off to you. Thank you so much for being you. Why don't you please just share a little bit about your backstory and how you got into Epic Cash and what led you to write this amazing article?
Yeah, okay. So actually, this article, I tried to make it as short as possible. I didn't intend to make it this long. And I literally just scratched the surface. So there's a lot more to Epic Cash than what I've written here. And to be honest, there's still so much that I don't personally know. So I'm still learning about Epic Cash. But
Isn't that amazing that there's so much more that after that article that we just don't know? And I say we because it's true.
Yeah, but we've got amazing teachers here. So I'm enjoying learning from them. So yeah, let me go through my journey into crypto. So actually, it's very similar to yours. I'm a conspiracy guy. And one of the first things you learn as a conspiracy guy is maybe the financial system wasn't necessarily designed to be fair for everyone. So that led me to look at Bitcoin maybe about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. When Bitcoin was, BTC was about $9,000. That was when I first.
Nice catch for the uninitiated. Why did you catch yourself when you said Bitcoin and then you had to change it to BTC?
Well, I could explain it as part of my story if you want.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
So so I wanted to look at Bitcoin because it said it was an alternative financial system to the one that maybe isn't so good for us. Mm-hmm. So I watched hours and hours of videos of all these salesmen telling me how amazing Bitcoin is. And I was blown away. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like, just like it's designed to be money for the people, right? And that's why I loved it. And one of my friends was into Bitcoin. It was into crypto. So I asked him, how do I buy this? And he sent me to one of those centralized exchanges like Binance or Kraken, something like that. So I started signing up, and then they wanted my passport, a picture of my passport. And I was like, what? Why do you want my passport? This isn't Bitcoin. So then I started to look at other things, like maybe people that were critical of Bitcoin. And one of the things that made me lose interest completely was the fact that it had $3 transaction fees. I know sometimes it even goes as high as $60, but just let's just say $3 transaction fees. So they were claiming that that it's banking for everyone. So like these poor people in poor countries, they don't have access to banking system, but they can use Bitcoin. But their daily wage is $3 a day, right? Some of them even less. So they're not going to spend $3 if they want to go to the shop and buy a loaf of bread, are they? They're not going to use Bitcoin.
They can't.
Yeah. So I was like, I've just been lied to. I've watched all these videos. I've just been lied to. They're not telling me the truth. And I don't really like being lied to. So, yeah, so that was 3 years ago. So and like Bitcoin and crypto, I just thought they were the same thing, right? So,
Right.
I just disregarded crypto completely and said, this is lies, it's nonsense. I don't want anything to do with it. And then we had the 2020 was, I guess 2020, the world changed quite a lot. So I was already I was already a little suspicious of the world I was living in. But after that, I went pretty deep down some rabbit holes. Actually, that's how I know you. Before both of us were into crypto, I knew you when you were Uncle Odd.
Yep.
Because we share similar beliefs and we've been similar places. We've been down some similar rabbit holes.
Right.
So where was I? Oh yeah. So
you were there when I was trying to speak truth to power, and I had 6 channels banned. You were one of those.
Actually, I wasn't watching your channel then, but I was watching another channel. I was down another rabbit hole, and you were a guest on that show.
Got it.
Yeah. So actually, one of the people that blew my mind more than anyone in this world before I found Epic Cash, I know that you're really good friends with. So I'm hoping one day you can hook me up with that guy.
Wait, I was just reading Harmon in the chat, and I missed that. Would you ask that question again? I would so apologize.
So before both of us were into crypto, there was one guy that totally blew my mind with the information he presented. I'm not going to say
introduce you. I will happily introduce you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that would be my pleasure. We'll get on a conference call tomorrow. Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Oh yeah. So I started watching Jeff Berwick, and he told the information, because the information I was getting didn't make me feel good. Right. Because you're finding out how corrupt the world is. But Jeff Berwick presented the same information in a way that made me feel good, right? He taught me how to laugh at the insanity. Yeah. So I will forever be grateful for Jeff Berwick for that one lesson alone.
Indeed.
But I loved his shows. I watched them maybe 6 or 9 months, but at the end he kept going on about Bitcoin. And I'd already written it off in my head. So in my head, he was a snake oil salesman, so I didn't trust him. But then he started talking about Monero, and he said, we might be moving into a world where you might need to buy some stuff off the dark web, and that's where Monero comes in. And I was like, actually, that makes sense. Maybe I'll have a look at Monero. And like, I'm a research geek, in case you can't tell. So I probably spent about 2 months looking into Monero, and I absolutely loved it. It blew my mind. Like, this is real. This is genuine, and they're not lying. Like, there's a series called Breaking Monero, and they talk about the shortcomings, the stuff that isn't perfect, that they need to improve or whatever.
Love that.
And I loved it because they're honest. And so I was very, very happy with the philosophy of Monero. And so I went all into Monero. Well, not all in, but like the money that I wanted to put into crypto, I went into Monero. But I didn't go into crypto to make money. Like, maybe I didn't not understand that side of it. I went into it for the philosophy, right?
Okay. And what was it about the philosophy that attracted you? To
Well,
go into Monero.
well, it's your own form of banking, right? It's your private bank. You don't need to trust anyone with your money.
Well, how do people need to trust others with their money now?
Well, if you got your money in the bank, there's like, I don't know, maybe there's a computer or a database somewhere, and someone has access to that computer, and they can change it if they want to. So you have to trust that centralized organization, to be honest.
So
Whereas,
just draw a quick analogy that if you, just a real weird analogy, that if you had a gold bar and you put the gold bar in your safety deposit box in the bank,
yeah,
versus somewhere in your home, buried in your backyard, or somewhere where you know where it is,
yeah,
you are trusting yourself if you hold it. Whereas even if it's not in a ledger, if it's not anywhere where people know, you still have to trust the bank to keep the doors open, right? To give you access to that, right?
yeah.
Even though it's in a safety deposit box. So that is trust. You have to place your trust in a third party.
Yeah, and I didn't trust the banks. And also I live in China, and I'm sure most people can understand that maybe you might not trust the Chinese government or the Chinese banking system.
Right.
So I didn't want to keep it in there.
Yeah.
So that's why I put it in Monero. Like I had no intentions of making money.
Right.
But maybe it was like $140 at the time.
Okay.
And then it went up, and then it went up, and then it went up, and I was like, what's going on here?
Wow.
And it started going up. Like I didn't really expect it. And I'd also, at the time, because when I was studying Monero, I'd heard Pirate Chain mentioned a few times.
Right.
So and then I found a Pirate Chain video on the Crypto Vigilante's free channel, not their paid one. And they had an interview, and it was with Lutz, and obviously I know now something different, but they're very good salesmen, right? And
yeah, sure.
I bought into that philosophy. Like he was speaking to me like with that philosophy. But I think Pirate Chain was like 17 cents at the time.
Wow.
And but like I'm a crypto newbie, right? So
yeah,
so I knew it was a really small project, so I just put a few $100s in. And yeah, so I had mainly in Monero a few $100s in Pirate Chain. And then yeah, well, obviously we remember the insanity of the Pirate Chain.
Yeah.
Where it like 50x'd in 10 days or 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
But during that period, like Jeff Berwick was telling us, oh, it's going to $5. So when it hit $2, I put in a few thousand. Because I thought it's going to $5. Then it passed $5, and Jeff was saying it's going to $50. And I believed him at the time. So it went up to $8. So I put in more, loads more. And then it went to 16. I was like, wow, I'm so rich.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so rich. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up, it was $12.
Yep.
And then I went to sleep, and then woke up, it was $8. And then it stayed at $8 for a while. So I was a little bit like, what the hell happened? What was this? Like, was this a pump and dump? And I wanted to find out. So I joined the TCV Crypto Vigilante. At the time, I'd made loads of money from XMR. So I think XMR was like $500 at the time that I joined the Crypto Vigilante. So it only cost me like less than 1.5 XMR to join.
Okay.
Which I paid 140 for. So I guess, I paid $200 for the subscription. And I wanted, because I thought that maybe everyone who's a subscriber to TCV, they all sold together at $16, and that's why the price crashed. That's what my suspicions were. So I went in and done some research and realized that wasn't the case. Like it wasn't the price crash wasn't anything to do with the TCV subscribers. But yeah, I'm still a crypto noob, so I'm reading like all the messages in there. And looking back, what did I learn? I think I learned don't send BTC to TradeOga. Always send XMR to trade. I think looking back, that's all I learned from TTV. Well, actually, I learned about the dark side of crypto, the dodgy side of crypto that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very important lesson, actually. That wasn't so I don't regret joining because I learned a lot about the crypto world from TCV.
Yep.
I'm a bit all over the place now. So
Well, let me ask you then, how did you stumble upon Epic Cash?
Okay, yeah. So at the time, I was a fan of TCV and I was very excited about the new pick, like everyone, right? And I even knew you and the other guys that I won't mention. I was watching your shows together and you were very excited about the new pick. I was very excited. It's like a kid at Christmas, the day before Christmas in a candy store. That's how excited everyone was.
Well, can I stop you?
Yep, sure.
Because I've done the forensics.
Yep.
And let me tell you the reason why, from the theater of the absurd, why we were excited. For 3 weeks prior to this TCV pick, you had this dude walking his dog, and I have the notes. These are directly from the emails that I received. We aren't shy about making bold claims like no one in the crypto market has the crypto investing brain power that we do. Our new pick is going to come out Monday. After that, you're going to be late to the party. And then the day has arrived. Later today, the Crypto Vigilante will release its latest featured crypto asset report on the exclusive pick that could yield epic gains, similar to those seen in Pirate Chain over the past 8 months. The pick is being released today by noon or early afternoon, if not sooner. And like most good information, hear this: the people who act first will make the biggest profits. Don't miss out on another pick that could even rival how well we did with Pirate Chain, which gained over 33,000%. And in the videos, he started talking about all the millionaires that were made from R. So TDV Telegram subscriber base that week, I noted, went up 20%. And so that last week alone, those are all newbies who were responding to the chum. And then there was literally no warning. What basically what happened for 3 weeks? They're chumming the waters, chumming the waters, chumming the waters, chumming the waters. And so me and another 2 guys, we decided, hey, they say those who act first make the greatest profits, will profit most. So we, and I think all of the other subscribers out there, were just waiting on that pick to be announced. So we had one of us monitoring their Telegram, one on monitoring their website, and the other email. And when we knew it was probably going to be a TradeOga pick. And so we were all on TradeOga. We had pre-positioned. I personally put 2 Bitcoin worth on there. And when the pick came out and it was Darrow, it was like all 3 of us is like, it's Darrow. So we go buy, because those who act first profit most. All right. We're newbies. We don't know shit. We don't understand the dynamics. Nobody ever said, hang on, now the report's coming out. Please take a deep breath, understand market dynamics. We warn you, read the report first. Do not press buy until you do. And please understand only 2% of our portfolio is going to go to this new pick. For the 3 weeks prior, hell no, man. It was like this pick was going to be the coming messiah of profit. And so you have everyone in there going buy. Literally, my 2 Bitcoin of value by the time my trade settled was 1 Bitcoin of Darrow. And I was like, WTF? What happened? And I'm like, guys, this is wrong. Now, one of the guys was more crypto savvy than me, and he's actually a crypto consultant. And so he's like, something's wrong, dude. You got to let's go to your sell order or your buy orders. And he went through the forensics. But sure enough, what happened was is the people who were making the pick, they understand market dynamics. So they've been acquiring this pick at a low cost basis for a long time because they knew what the pick was going to be. And then they put up their sell wall. So when it came out at $5, they had their sell wall in there at like $10, $15, $20, $25, knowing people were going to hit buy, and just jump into their sell orders. And so they profited like enormously at the expense of their subscribers that they had chummed the water. Now, that is what happened. I did the forensics. And what later happened was in the TCV chat, I was just stymied. I was just like, what the hell just happened? And I was going to go to my bed that night, not saying a damn thing. But when I went in there, Rafael Blvd, he was in there mocking the newbies, saying, well, it's your own fault. You should know. We say, do your own work, read the report. Just totally dismissing the previous 3 weeks of chum that got them $700 a subscriber. Their subscriber base increased by over 20%. You tell me that those are crypto savvy people that know anything other than those who act first, profit most. And so I was like, when I started noticing that little guy, that he was just leading the charge, mocking the newbies, making it our fault. And then you have his little fanboys go in and ankle bite, yin and a poo-poo kind of sophomore shit. I did a video that you can find. If you go down and you look down below and you find the one that shows a sniper that says atomic swap, that's the video that I recommend everybody go watch that video. That's the video that from the bottom of my heart, I went on and I called foul ball. I called bullshit on it. And I had a great relationship with them. They later fired me, like they had a company meeting about me to fire me, to get me out of the TCV chat and as a TCV subscriber. So I then did all the forensics. I did a subsequent chat. Long story tolerable. We learned about the dark side of crypto, and we learned about the fact that if you have a certain set of attributes with a coin that includes pre-mined, that you are setting yourself up for a coin to where you are going to fight human nature, because human nature is, no matter what kind of, smiling walks, little tacos, that you are in danger. And that, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night is when I decided I'm going to start doing my thinking for myself, and I'm going to conduct my own shitcoin trials. Sorry, I lost my video because I slammed hold on. And I'm going to conduct my own shitcoin trials. So I learned all of the questions to ask people, leaders of these projects, on what makes an investable coin. And I feel pretty good that I know the questions to ask. And I challenge privacy leaders out there, because I was really into privacy coins, to come on. And that's when Max Freeman raised his hand and said, I'll come on. And I said, before the show, I said, sir, Max Freeman, and I didn't know him from Adam. I said, Max Freeman, I'm telling you that this is going to be a little bit of a shtick. I'm going to be wearing a judge's white wig, and I'm going to have a gavel, and I'm going to declare you guilty, not innocent at the beginning of the show. And it's going to be your job to prove otherwise. And that 1 hour show turned into 2.5 hours. And it changed my life. I mean, it literally changed my life forever, for the better. And that's what sucked me into this epic rabbit hole right now. But that's my story. I wanted to get that out there because you triggered me when you talked about the dark side of crypto. I'm sorry. This is I'm interviewing you.
I love that interview, by the way, because you're at the beginning, you're like, right, this is a shit coin. I'm going to declare it a shit coin. And then after about 15 or 20 minutes of listening to Max speak, I could tell that your jaw was dropping. You're like,
I took off my wig. I took off my wig. I went out of roll. I'm like, oh no, I got to take this. I need to learn something tonight.
Yeah, your mind was being blown. Like
it was totally being blown.
Very similar thing happened to me when I stumbled upon your channel, actually. So actually, well, I'm a research geek, so I'd already looked into Dero before the pick was announced. I knew that it was 20% pre-mine, and I knew that 2018, if you go to Bitcoin Talk, you go to Dero, on their roadmap, they say they're going to release private smart contracts Q3 2018. Mm-hmm. It was summer 2020, still no private smart contracts. So we're recommending a project because of private smart contracts, but that doesn't exist. Plus you got 20% pre-mine. So when they dropped that into the Telegram group, I was shocked. I was like, what? Dero, are you having a laugh? And then I went on to Trade Ogre, and what I witnessed was insane, like completely insane. Like even more insane. I thought Pirate Chain was insane, but this was next level.
Well, tell what you witnessed. Just from an observer who wasn't in the thick of it. What did you witness? Who actually knows a thing or two more than I did, obviously. I'm just good at losing a whole Bitcoin in one trade.
So I looked on, it's $5. I'm watching it go up and up and up and up and up. Like literally within 5 minutes, it's $25. And then $25, bang, down to $8 in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. And
all of that within 5 minutes.
And I was like, what the hell? How did that happen? Like, it took me a little while to figure out what had happened, but $17 million was traded. $17 million.
No way.
Gone like that in 5 minutes. It's crazy.
So someone made $17 million off us newbies.
Well, that's what was traded. Like, but not everyone paid $25.
Let's call it 10 million.
I would say $10 million plus the new subscribers.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money.
That's not a bad 3 weeks work of walking your dog and talking about tacos and how those who get in first profit most. Yeah. What you didn't tell us what you meant was when you got in 3 months ago. Oh my God.
So and then I was there while people were complaining like the next day, and I was part of that. I was saying like, no, this is not right, blah 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 blah. And to be honest, after like 2 days, I was like, yeah, you can make money from crypto, but I don't want to make money in this way. I don't want to scam people. I don't want, like, if you're in a pump and dump, you can have winners, but you've also got to have losers. So if I'm a winner, someone else is
of others.
Yeah, and I didn't want anything to do with that. So actually, I sold all my crypto, and luckily, XMR was like $450. So I'd made a lot of money on that.
Good for you.
And I sold my pirate chain at like $4 to $3. I think I maybe lost not much. It was practically even.
Okay.
And then I just ignored the Telegram chats for a while. But I was still watching Jeff Berwick's videos because I found him entertaining.
I love Jeff's non-crypto parts. I don't trust his crypto parts anymore, but the non-crypto parts is just very enjoyable, very entertaining.
Yeah, actually, I haven't even watched those. I'm done with conspiracy now because I know enough.
Because I
know enough, and I want to focus on the positive,
on the
solutions.
Yes,
which Epic Cash is definitely one.
Yes. Hey, can I stop you?
Yeah, sure.
Because the night that my microphone shit the bed, but we ended up having to talk anyway, just over my computer.
Yeah.
And you had made the comment then that you felt that when you got into Epic Cash and you were really deep, you were just kind of philosophizing that night about the energy around you and others. Can you unpack that conversation here? I think others would enjoy it.
Yeah. So again, like I'm pretty much at the end of the story, so I'll get to this.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, then I quit, and then I was watching Jeff Berwick, and he said about a new coin pick. So I went back into the Telegram group, and they're still talking about you, like being stupid, like 2 months later. And I'm like, hang on a minute, what is this? So I came to your channel because I wanted to see your side of the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I stumbled upon Epic Cash. And yeah, like, yeah, the hive mind, the mouthpieces of the hive mind, because it's not just Max and Yoga. There's more people behind the scenes that we don't know, but they are the mouthpieces of the hive mind, right?
Yeah.
And
Islo, Yoga, Monkman, Todd Lewis.
yeah, and
there's so many people.
And just listening to them talk, my mind was blown.
Yeah,
my mind was blown, and they had an incredible amount of knowledge that I wanted, right? I wanted that knowledge. So actually, I watched all the videos on your channel maybe 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
And yeah, and also Islo. Enrique wasn't about in those days. Yeah. When I got in, he was later.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Islo's interview as well. I quoted some of the things that he said in my article. I'm sure he noticed. So yeah. So my mind was blown, right? So I was, okay, this is the money, all the profits that I made. I kept my initial investment. All the profits I made just went straight into Epic Cash. I was 100% Epic Cash, because this is why I got into crypto. This is the philosophy. Everything about it was incredible. Like if it was $1,000, I would have done the same.
Right.
But I'm so lucky that it was 30 cents. So not
That's
only,
about how long ago was that?
It would have been when Jeff first mentioned, it was August.
Okay, so it was 30 cents, right? Well, let me just show you. Let me just show you this update right here. This is today. This is October 29th. This is it from our noon Epic Cash. I didn't do this at the beginning of the show, did I? Or am I losing my mind? I don't think so. But Epic Cash, so 30, you said you got in at 30 cents, and you got in a little bit before September 3rd, it sounded. And it traded, what's that?
Yeah, so August, it was 30 cents. Then it went up to 50 and then dropped back down to 30, I think.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Went up to 50. And then I remember this is the point people were freaking out a little bit because there was a pullback. And then what Enrique did is he did a thought experiment. He said, if I invested $1,000 in Epic Cash, I could get 3,125 coins. Well, let me go to the top 15 coins on Coin Market Cap and do the same thing, where if I put $1,000 in them, his prediction was that Epic by the end of the year would outperform every one of the top 15. He is on record, the first show that we did this, to where that was what his prediction was going to be. Well, we're just 2 months later, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just compare it to Solano, who is the second best. Okay. That $1,000, you'd be up $400 right now. Woohoo! That is impressive for 2 months. 40% gain is pretty damn impressive. But guys, Epic Cash is today, he pulled it at 11:15, so there's no shenanigans. This is like as fact-based as you can be, man. This is math. This is black and white. It was $3.18. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is $3.53. So this is even silly, right? I mean, and I know it can go up and it can go down, but this is a trend. Success leaves clues. I think 32 cents to 318 in 2 months is success leaving clues. The trend is your friend. $9,937. So you'd be up almost $9,000 if you would have invested your $1,000 in Epic Cash back on September 3rd, 2021. That's a gain of 893%. If you do the math based upon where it is now, the snapshot now, it's like 1,100%. You just keep track. Every Friday, we're going to pull this up. And I believe that people will be bragging. I mean, bragging about buying Epic Cash under $5. And then when it's trading at $14 in the very near future, people are going to be bragging about getting Epic Cash at under $10. And the beat goes on. The design of Epic Cash can entirely be unpacked in Captain Pi's article, which will ground why are we seeing this amazing growth. And I want to just say thank you and hello to Izzy in the chat, because he just nailed it as far as the why behind Epic Cash's gains. Real people here. No pump and dump, slow, consistent, organic growth, strong community, tremendous talent pool. Thank you, Izzy. For those of you who want to meet Islo, please do go to t.me/epic cash. If you are Epic curious at all, you're going to meet Islo in the chat. You're going to find one of the kindest, nicest, most informative gentlemen ever on the planet of this earth. And he is in there. He is so helpful to so many people. And once you get into t.me/epic cash, no matter what your interests are, there are all kinds of side channels. There's people who are into art. There are people who are into, just pure education. You can go to t.me/Freeman U and get a PhD in crypto. You can go, there's a ladies of Epicenter. There's artists of Epicenter. There's so many things. It's so darn cool. But before I leave this, I just want to say BTC, which is not Bitcoin. BTC is corrupted Bitcoin. That $1,000, you'd be up $246, 24%. Yet they mock us. BT Maxis mock us, thinking at the time when I got in, it was three. I remember it was a $3.5 million market cap. Right now, it's approaching 50 million in a very short period of time. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of a mic drop of comparison. But I will remind you what Max Freeman said today at noon. He's like, we will not get out over our skis. The only reason why our performance is what it is that price is a lagging indicator of the work that is done before. And the design of this project, the community behind this project, is what's being revealed right now through discovery, because this is an undiscovered coin. But a network effect is starting to happen to where people are discovering Epic Cash. And as they start to take a deep dive, as they dive headfirst into the shallow end, they start realizing, wow, this literally could change the world's financial system in the future. We are so early. And I'm telling you, this is, stay tuned. Stay tuned, because this is not a pump and dump. I will never, ever, ever, ever evangelize something to you that I have not done myself, ever. I'm not selling my Epic Cash. Do I have a pretty big bag? Yeah, I've been acquiring it, and I pivoted all of my other crypto into Epic Cash. Did I acquire it so that I could talk about it and get the price to go up so that I could sell it on you? No freaking way. Because Captain Pi right now, after when he decides he wants to, he's going to kind of give you a little indication of why that wouldn't be a smart idea if you want to be your own bank and borrow from yourself. Okay, that was kind of I went on a rant there, but just felt inspired.
Yeah, well, there's so many things that. So Islo, I want to shout out to Islo because I fucking oops, sorry, Richard.
All right.
I love that guy, Islo. What a legend. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and you asked me about the energy, right? The positive energy.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, like Epic Cash blew my mind, and it's what I was looking for. I've been searching on the internet for 2 years for answers, for solutions, for the truth, right? And I stumbled upon it in Epic Cash, and ever since I've been in Epic Cash, my energy, the energy, I'm so happy, like I'm so positive now, and I'm projecting this positive energy to the world, and I'm getting it back. Like,
right.
Like people I don't know are waving at me. I'm in China, so I'm a foreigner. So like,
yeah,
that used to happen before coronavirus, but since the coronavirus, everyone's a bit more suspicious. But yeah, it started happening again. I walk into shops, and the shopkeepers are trying to have a conversation with me. So like, my Chinese has improved in the last 2 months a lot because people are trying to talk to me. Yeah, and yeah, people I don't know, people I was friends with that I've not spoken to for a long time, they were messaging me. Like, it's like I project positive energy to the world now, and positive energy comes back.
Yeah,
and that was Epic Cash.
Yes.
So yeah, what else? Yeah, there was about 4 or 5 things I wanted to say there, but I've forgotten.
Happens
after your little rant.
Sorry, my
oh rant. Yeah, why is it not a good idea to sell Epic Cash? Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. Like, I would never sell my Epic Cash because I don't want BTC, I don't want USDT, I don't want fiat, I want Epic Cash. And if I need to,
why?
Oh,
that's a whole article, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a whole article. Yeah, it's difficult to explain in 5 minutes.
That's that is the little what do they call it? The teaser. It's like, if you want to know the answer to the question I just asked, that's where you go do your own work a little bit and read the article, sports fans. I showed you how to find it.
But yeah, there's so many reasons. Like Seapork is another guy that I absolutely love.
Great
from this community.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a very similar life to him as well. He was a teacher in Asia, and he's a fan of the truth. Like, we're both fans of the truth.
Yes.
And we want the world to be a better place, right? So this is why we both love Epic Cash. And yeah, and his interview last week with you, oh wow, that's amazing. And he said something that was so beautiful that it nearly it was like shivers. And he was talking about how it could help the poor people in Asia or anywhere in the world. He was talking about the translations, how we're planning to translate into every language in the world, and then we've got the mobile mining to come. So let's just imagine that at some point next year, Epic Cash is $1,000, and I don't think that's. I think it's possible. Who knows?
I don't think it is impossible at all.
No. But if you, with your mobile, if you can get 1,000th of one Epic Cash, that's $1, and that's going to make a huge difference to so many people's lives. Like, I was in the Philippines when China had their lockdown, when they were teaching the world, this is how you deal with viruses, right? We know how to deal with viruses. So we will show you the example, and you all can copy us. So when China was doing that, I was in the Philippines just for a week holiday, but ended up staying 6 weeks. And there it's like, it's very weird. Like, they have, like, most of the people that worked in the hotels or the bar, they're pretty girls, like young girls, and they earn like $3 to $5 a day doing like 12 hours, but they support a family of 10. So that's one salary for 10 people. And asking questions like, oh, you have your sister's married. Does your sister's husband work? No.
Oh,
Yeah, so $3 to $5 is supporting a family of 10 people. So if they all have smartphones, they can all mine 1,000th of a Bitcoin each. That's $10.
wow.
That's triple. That's what quadrupled their income for that family.
That's amazing.
So I wanted to emphasize
I don't think
that
I don't think BTC with their layer 2, you know, that you can stack things. I don't think BTC has in their roadmap mobile mining for poor people.
Yeah, I mean, I've never liked BTC because it's lies. It's based on lies, right?
Yeah.
So even when I first got into crypto, like went to buy Pirate Chain, I had to buy BTC. I nearly didn't buy Pirate Chain because I didn't want to own BTC.
Wow.
So I feel dirty when I own it, and I want to get rid of it as quickly as possible.
So you could probably talk about this because you know more about Epic Cash than I think.
Okay, wait. One thing was, why would we never sell Epic Cash?
Yes.
And yeah, it's the ecosystem, right? So try and get your head around ECR, EUSD. So let's imagine. So Epic Cash is your collateral. This is your wealth. You don't want to sell your wealth.
Okay.
So,
can I? Because I like to work in analogies.
Yeah, I'm gonna give an analogy here.
Perfect.
So imagine you have a house worth $500,000, right?
Okay.
But you're confident that in 5 years' time, this house will be worth $1 million.
Okay.
So you don't want to sell your house, right? But you want money. You want some money. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you go to the bank and you say, I've got this house. Can I take out a loan against my house? So maybe you get $200,000 from the bank. And if you don't, and your house is the collateral, right?
Yes.
But if you get a loan from the bank, you have to pay it back every month with interest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like these mortgages, like I will never get a mortgage, but you end up paying back more than double what you borrowed. You borrowed 200,000, you pay back $500,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I never want a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you would do now, right? You take out a loan with the bank against your collateral, your real world wealth. So what Epic Cash is your collateral, it's your wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And you can create the bank of Uncle V or the bank of Captain Pi, right? We are our own bank.
Right.
So we will be able to give ourselves a loan based on our wealth. Our Epic Cash is our wealth. So say I have $500,000 of Epic Cash, but I'm like, I quite need 20 grand for something. So ECR contains the smart contract, and I will be able to create with ECR $20,000 loan on one of 30 different ETH chains.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 20 grand's worth of EUSD, and EUSD represents $1 worth of Epic Cash.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to expand on that? Sorry, I got a bit confused.
So that EUSD can be converted to fiat, so that you could off ramp that to a bank, or you could at some point in the future, there are going to be retailers and realtors and such who are going to catch on, who are, instead of going to fiat, that they may take Epic Cash directly, or they may take EUSD. I think or if you wanted to convert it to Bitcoin, I know realtors right now, those who don't, people are suspect of. So they've figured a way to be able to accept crypto as payment, which is pretty awesome. But which means the path before us is just exposure to who we are as being Bitcoin perfected. So there will come a day where, as much progress as we've made over in the last, just 2 weeks, my God, we went from $5 million market cap to $50 million market cap. Not too shabby. We're starting to get people's attention. but the nice thing is in this scenario, I guess the analogy that I kind of like how Max explained it, is that if you needed, that 20,000 and you had $100,000 worth of Epic cash. Okay. So $100,000, let's say it's trading at $3.33. So you'd have, or let's say it's trading at $3. So you'd have 33,000 Epic cash valued at $100,000. For you to be able to get that $20,000, you would have to stake $40,000 worth of your Epic cash. Okay. Now, when you stake that in a smart contract, then that Epic cash is still yours. It's just staked, meaning it is in a smart contract that you don't get it back unless you pay back that 20,000. I'm sorry, it would be, you'd pay back the 50 or the 40,000. So it's 2x of whatever you borrow. So you would have to pay back the 40,000, but there's no payments on it. There is no interest rate. So you get your $20,000 car, you have your Epic cash that is still your Epic cash, that is realizing the gains every day. Let's say it continues to behave like it does. It's designed after Bitcoin. So after a while, what is $10 can become $100, can become $1,000, can become $10,000, to where that 20,000 loan that you took is dust. It's Epic dust. So if you ever want those coins back, it's really just shifting them to one side of the ledger to the other. They're still your coins. At any point in time, you could go swoop and get them. Now, the only risk in that whole equation is if there's a flash crash. So if Epic Cash actually dropped below, so if that $40,000 worth of Epic Cash dropped below 20,000, then there would be an execution of that contract, to where those coins, just like your house, or if you put your car up as collateral for a loan, they'd come take your car, right? Well, they'd come take your Epic Cash. But if you believe in the design of Epic Cash, and after you read Captain Pi's article, you will, and you understand inflation, when you really start to understand inflation, that money printer go brrr, and they're not stopping money printing anytime soon. So all of a sudden, what you borrowed at $20,000 for that car, to be able to get it in the future, you're going to need $100,000 for that same car. So the point is, if you sell your Epic Cash, those of you, hear me, those of you who are in Epichood, t.me/Epichood, you youngins, you young demographic who are coming over from Robinhood, this is not a game of getting into, a stock or a coin so that you could write it up 100% and then sell it and then buy the dip. But no, we're talking about life-changing wealth and freedom here. That's what we're talking about. So when you think about it, when people start to understand this, they understand the ecosystem and the power of having an interest-free loan with no payments, with no tax liability. Because let's say that you own Bitcoin and you wanted that same $20,000. Well, you would have to sell your Bitcoin, not just $20,000 worth. You would have to sell more to cover for the taxes. Let's say you're 50% tax bracket. You would have to sell 40% of your Bitcoin. If you had $100,000 worth, 40% of it gone, bye-bye. Future appreciation, see you later, alligator. That's not yours anymore. You sold it. Bye. Enjoy your car. Okay? Pay the man. Pay Uncle Sam. But if you have Epic Cash and you can borrow against yourself and there's no tax consequence and you still get your car, and inflation takes care of that debt over time and price appreciation takes care of that debt over time, by the time you go say, I want my coins back, it's going to be so cheap based upon where the price of Epic is. It's like a rounding error. So do you understand the power of that? The only people who lose are the ones who sell too early. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there bragging about how they were in early on Bitcoin. You know the guys. Yeah, I was in Bitcoin back in 2012. Man, I remember when I spent X amount on a haircut or a pizza or telling some jokes or something like that. And they brag about how they had 1,000 Bitcoin and whatnot, you know, and where are they now? Well, you know what happened when they got in at $100 and Bitcoin mooned to $1,000. They sold and they were so happy with that gain that they paid taxes on, and that they were able to go get their little, you know, Lambo or whatever. And all of those coins are gone. There is no one out there except maybe Satoshi, who hasn't sold any of his, if he's not dead, who still has the coins they had early on. Everybody's sold. Everybody's sold because at some point in time, there's a price people are willing to sell for fancy pants and lollipops. That's what we work for. We want to be able to get a new car. We want to get a new house. So the beautiful design of Epic is you can have all of that with no tax consequence. And your money is private. Nobody knows you have it. And you still own the price appreciation of the future. So what does that mean? You're going to have more people who, because they're educated, they listen to uncles like me, captains like Pi. They're the ones who say, hell no, I'm not selling my Epic cash. So that locks up all this Epic cash that's out there. What happens then? Scarcity. The design of Epic cash kicks in. And so price go up because no one wants to sell. Do you understand that? I hope you understand that. Right? Am I right? Anything I've said wrong, Captain Pie?
No, not at all. But this is it's a little bit difficult to get your head around this. Even, like, to be honest, I wasn't even aware of ECR or EUSD when I first went 100% in. I went 100% in because Mimblewimble, right? We're told, yeah, there's a lot of nonsense about Mimblewimble, but when you take the time to learn, like, Mimblewimble is zero knowledge proofs, right? No addresses, no amounts on the blockchain. So blockchain analytics, what can they analyze? They can't analyze data that doesn't exist. And then on top of that, you've got CoinJoin and cut through. Cut through is incredible. Like, so say if I send $10 to you, you send $10 to CPOC, CPOC sends $10 to Islo, then at some point in the future, you and CPOC will be erased. So the only thing that will exist on the blockchain is I sent $10 to Islo, right? But obviously even that isn't stored on the data because my address or the amount is not. But your data is completely gone. There is some data that represents the transaction between me and Islo, even though we did 4 transactions. This is great. So this kind of keeps the blockchain small. So you're constantly trimming data, and that's why that our blockchain will be so much smaller than any others, which makes scalability incredible. And also the privacy thing, like, you can't analyze data that isn't even there.
Right. It's future proof. Monero is not future proof. And so everyone understand this, you know, Monero is great. I mean, it is
I love Monero. Yeah, I love Monero.
It is an industry leader, but the data is still in the blockchain. So you have to believe that one day AI will be what it is, to where it can go in and it'll be able to extrapolate that data. They're working really hard at it. There are millions and millions and millions of dollars that are out there as a bounty for the first, one to do that, to be able to crack that code. It is literally a government funded project to break Monero. But with Epic Cash, it's impossible because there's no data stored. None, zero on it. So there's nothing to discover. So it's future proofed. And the people at TCV, the Crypto Vigilante, Raphael, every time you enter Epic Cash into the TCV chat, you get an auto bot that comes up. Let's remember what Mr. X says about Mimblewimble, or about Epic Cash. Mimblewimble is nowhere near as fungible as Monero. And then you have little Raph, talking about us as epic trash shitcoin. Do you realize how many subscribers they have harmed through that auto bot, who just basically get people to dismiss us, not even investigate us, because their ultimate source of authority, this little dude who walks around screaming, Austrian economics, dude. And then some mixed X, pseudo hiding behind, a hoodie, is telling you bullshit about Mimblewimble. When if you want to see someone deconstruct bullshit, then go down below and find my video that has a Dr. Seuss character on it. Meet Todd Lewis, lead developer of epic.tech, and watch Todd absolutely just take Little Raph and Mix X out back and pummel them. He just pummeled them in a Todd Lewis kind of way. It was really fun. If you're really into Epic Cash, you're going to want to go do that. But I can only think of all of the TCV subscribers who have not yet discovered Epic Cash, who, they're going to be buying into Epic Cash at, frankly, a price I don't think they deserve, because they could have gotten in earlier if they weren't dissuaded by TCV. So I hold a grudge there, because they have harmed their subscribers that they purport to protect. Bullshit. Okay, I'm done with that. Sorry.
Yeah, and a lot of those people in the community, they share similar beliefs to us. So we kind of want to work together with them to change the world, right? And they're being screwed. So yeah, I know Seaport gets very angry with it as well. And yeah, there's a good reason for it.
Well, it's basically the emperor has no clothes anymore. It's like if you're still in there, if you're still a TCV fanboy or girl, then you're literally not doing your own work. I mean, you don't have an open mind. You are under a spell. You're wearing a mask. You are. We won't go down any of these other paths that I would like to say right now, but I'm telling you, it's like you are under a spell. You're under a spell. And Shazam! I just snapped you out of it. Okay.
Yeah, actually, Jeff B. Now when I watch his videos, I analyze him. He uses the same techniques that the government does on us, problem, reaction, solution, right? So he starts his video telling you about all the bad stuff that's happening in the world.
Yes.
And then he starts making fun of it, making you laugh. He's your friend, right? He's your friend. Because the world is crazy, but I'm your friend. Don't worry, I can help you. And then he starts selling you his products. And honestly, he's a genius. Like, this guy is a genius. He's great. But it's just a shame that he uses his genius for nefarious purposes.
Someone said I sold Epic at $3.70. Bad idea. Really shitty idea, my friend. One of the most horrible ideas I've seen all day.
You never know, because the markets are crazy. There might be a little pullback, and he
might let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. This is such a crazy, volatile by the hour coin. if you really think that you can get back in, I don't know. You know what? Let me not get over my skis here, because maybe you're more experienced than me.
No. Markets are crazy, man. I don't understand them at all.
And maybe there are those people that have the cojones to sell at 370, thinking they can then just reinvest that and put in a buy order at 350 and catch it and play that game. And if that is your game, you know, that's great. But if you got in at 33 cents and sold at 370 after seeing, you know, Epic go to increase 893%, and tomorrow is our second halving, and we get on Bitmart exchange next month, and our new wallet is going to come out that's going to be kick ass by end of year. And there's about 3 other things that I could share with you, but I can't. If all of this stuff, you know, I mean, I don't want, I can't, I need to stop myself. There's like one thing I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you, but you'll probably soon know that I'm just like, you know, why? I don't know how to help you any further. And I don't know why my video is being wonky right now, but it is. Something's a little, let me do a screen share and just go here. Maybe this will help. And let me help somebody look at this 893% from 32 cents and 318, and you're wanting to sell at 370 when tomorrow it's going to be $4. God bless America. I mean, if that what makes you roll. I apologize to anybody who, when I'm looking at the video, I look like I'm going like this.
Yeah, you're. I wonder if it's me, because my computer has. Oh no.
I don't know. But maybe.
Well, I still have so much to say. We've already been an hour and 20 minutes. You want to continue?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hell yes. I'm gonna stop my video.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start it back, and I hope maybe that helps. Does that help, or does it look like
still checking? Let me disconnect. See if that helps. Hold on.
Okay. All right. You disconnect. And does that help me? You know what? Let me see if my connections. Let me see if my connections are all good. Start video. Hello, everyone. Yeah, baby, we're back. That was my bad. Thank you for everybody in the chat. 50% drops are common though. Hey man, go for it. If you look, who is that? Saramer? Sorry if I'm destroying your name, but I 100% admit that I am the dude that just goes in and chomp, MF and chomp. That's what I do. When I get my BTC in there, I just go to that red and I go chomp. And I have not regretted one coin at any price that I've ever acquired. I am way up on everything because I chomped. And I'm like, I just don't have the balls to sell anything because I don't think it's going to go down. Now, it may dip down during the day, but, you know, I'm looking at my portfolio right now. And other than last night about this time, you know, I'm about where I was, not quite, but pretty close. But, you know, it's like we're just getting started. So good for you if you have the trading skills to do that. I'm not a chart guy. Let me admit, Captain Pie, that might help. I've been talking to myself, and Captain Pie is going to be there. Yeah, somebody mentioned they can't believe just 25 are watching. Me neither. I don't care. If you haven't figured out by now, I don't do this for how often do you have you ever heard me asking for your support? The only thing I've ever asked for from you is to smash that like button and maybe share this video with others. But I never ask for support because I don't do this show for any other reason than to document my own journey. And if we have 25 people watching or we had 250 people watching, I wouldn't change a thing I do. But I am grateful that those of you who are here, and I know we'll pick up a lot more of you afterwards. And I have a sneaky suspicion that as Epic Cash continues to gain awareness out there, that this channel just by default will grow and we'll have a lot more fun with a lot more people. So there you go. Captain Pie, you're back and my video is working. So God bless America and China.
Yeah. Let's blame China, because we should blame China for everything.
Let's blame China. So I'm a curious guy, because I know when I turn on the TV here in America, which I never do, by the way. So I'm kind of like just BSing here, but like I'm gonna act like I turn my TV on every once in a while, and it's all China, bad China, social score. Is it that bad over there? Are they that evil? And
as far as I'm aware, that social credit system doesn't exist. No one I know is aware of it anyway.
Wow.
I mean, you can believe the news if you want. Personally, I'm someone that doesn't believe.
I don't believe the news. I don't believe anything anymore.
Yeah, obviously it's government. It's government. Like, do you like government? I don't like government. So
I don't like government.
But the idea that the Chinese government is infinitely worse than any other government is, personally, I think it's a bit ridiculous. But of course they're bad because they're government, right?
Hey, I just want to address somebody.
Yeah.
MS been trying to buy Epic for like 2 years. Of course, I get it now when post 10x my life. Okay, MS, let me tell you something. I love you. I'm glad you're here. But when I see that you've been trying to buy Epic for like 2 years, you haven't been trying too hard, because if this uncle can do it, it's not that hard to buy Epic. A. B. If it's really, really, really that difficult, you can go to t.me/buy Epic. And you'll have some people who might even just take some fiat and get you Epic. You know, they're going to take a little premium. So my preference would be to just follow my instructions in the links below on how to buy Epic. But if you want the easy button, you can go to t.me/buy Epic, and they will help you get some Epic. But when you reference that it's 10x and you say my life, let me tell you, there are going to be people who are getting into Epic $10, and they're going to be feeling like they missed the boat, and they're going to feel this regret that they didn't listen when it was, what is it right now? $3.68. They're going to feel like, I could have, when Uncle V was talking about it at 368, when it's $100, I could have bought then, but I didn't get around to it. I'm too busy. It's too hard. Vite's so hard. No, guys, it's talk to my hand because my ear, they ain't listening. That's what I'm talking to you about. This is not that hard. I love the Vite exchange. I love it. I mean, I can't wait for us to get our own wallet for all kinds of other reasons, but the Vite exchange is very good. Okay, I'm sorry for calling you out on that, but Uncle, turn off your mining software. Your system will run faster. Major miner. That is funny. That's funny. There you go. Okay.
Are you mining, Uncle V?
No, I was going to admit that is something that it's like I have not gotten around there, and I know there's an easy button out there that
Black Tiger
made this one-click miner to where, you know, you'd kind of have to be an idiot to not like actually go through the process. But I haven't yet. So I've been trying to keep up with this crazy Uncle V channel. I don't know. But okay. So Captain Pie, we got derailed. Difficulty. So let's continue.
Yeah, so I guess we were talking about markets. Like there's I don't understand markets one bit, but there's gonna be people that don't fully understand Epic Cash, and they're gonna want to take profits, right? So at some point there probably will be a little pullback,
Sure.
but I mean personally, I wouldn't take the risk. I wouldn't take the risk of miss. There's going to be a pullback eventually, but then after time, that pullback it will be higher than what it was before it pulled back,
Right.
in my opinion. So I wouldn't risk it personally.
And by the way, when you take yourself out of the market, there are also things like have happened over the last just several days, right? Which I think it's been kind of a parabolic run. We're at $3.70. And I remember just days ago, it was sub $2. And so, for those people who were like not getting in, or they, at $1.78 because they're waiting for a pullback to $1.50, now we're at 368. That's why my point is we're so freaking early.
Actually, I've got a good analogy for this. So the total supply of Epic Cash is 21 million. The total supply of Pirate Chain is 200 million.
Right.
So when you're in terms of total supply, Epic Cash, one Epic Cash is worth 10 Pirate Chain, right? So now what is it? 350. So it's like buying Pirate Chain, divide it by 10. It's like buying Pirate Chain at 35 cents. But then when you look at it from circulating supply, we've got like 13 million and they've got like 185 million, right? So when you look at it, circulating supply, you need to divide it by about 15. So what's that? That's like, my maths, what's 35 divided by 15? So it's 2.3, so about 23 cents. So you're buying Epic Cash now is like buying Pirate Chain between 23 and 35 cents.
Wow, that's great perspective.
Yeah.
Well, damn. So, you know what? This is my movie. This is my channel. And so no, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I so want to, but I just look, tomorrow's a halving. We're going to be on Mart next month. What are my other bullet points except the one I want to share? All I'm telling you guys is just don't miss out on the next I'm not evangelizing to pump. If you haven't figured out by now, I'm a pretty honest guy, and everything that I've talked about has just been, I mean, shit, I don't know the future, but I report on the facts. I have smart people on the channel all the time that are giving you weekly updates. I mean, Yoga Dude, smart as hell, Max, smart as, it's like so many people are just giving clues. And
I would like to emphasize that actually, like the knowledge of the hive mind, and the mouthpieces, Yoga Dude, Max Freeman, their knowledge is insane. Like it's completely insane, and you can just learn so much from these guys, and other people in the community. This community attracts a very really high level of intellect, and you can learn. So like I'm very much a student of this project. Just studying this project, I've learned so much about finance, crypto philosophy, crypto tech. Like it's a university. It's a university of knowledge here.
It is. And like, let me tell you, beginning of this year, if I said Bitcoin, you would probably have something that came to mind, right? But since you have been come over to Epic Cash and became a student, when I say Bitcoin, you kind of immediately translate it to, no, it's not Bitcoin, it's BTC. And then you now, because you've done your work and you've gone to t.me/Freeman U, and you've actually hung in there and watched these really smart professors drop some knowledge on us. And you've tuned into Friday Epic Cash Lives, where we talk about, memes like this. I bet you this makes sense to you, doesn't it? Satoshi Sandcastle is basically that there is a castle that was built by Satoshi with his original vision, that Bitcoin was all about openness, trustlessness, neutrality, censorship resistance, permissionlessness, and borderlessness. And specific to scarcity, well, today there is a fractional reserve of Bitcoin. There are tainted coins, and there's rehypothecation. All big words that, if you really want to understand everything about this graphic, I recommend you go watch today's Epic Cash Live. It's Friday, 10/29. It's right up there or down there, or wherever it is. It's somewhere on my channel. But go listen to it. Listen to Max talk through this meme here and learn something. And what you will realize is BTC, it's never going to go away. But let me tell you, these fools who are these willy woo fools who are predicting that BTC is going to go to 250K are out of their minds. Out of their minds. This is just a disaster waiting to happen. The real people who are Bitcoin maxis, I respect you 100%, because you are committed to openness, trustlessness, neutrality, censorship resistance, permissionlessness, and borderlessness. You read the white paper, you got it. You're like, I'm in, let's do this thing. Well, funny thing happened while building the castle. Satoshi's castle was built on sand. It changed to BTC. BTC is not Bitcoin. No, Epic Cash is Bitcoin perfected. And is it true, Captain, that before Epic Cash and taking a deep dive, you may not have totally understood these pillars that Bitcoin was, the original vision was built on?
Actually, my 3 years ago study on Bitcoin, I learned this, and that's why I loved it. And then when I realized it wasn't true, that's when I didn't love it.
And when you realized it wasn't true, it's things like this down here.
Yeah.
And where did you learn about that?
Just researching and just my own conclusions.
So this was your own work. You arrived at this conclusion before ever getting to Epic Cash, that Bitcoin
before I even got into crypto. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, you are a legend, because you're a research legend.
Well, yeah, I don't really trust things, right? So I want to see all the arguments and come to my own conclusions.
Right.
But yeah, so actually, yeah, to be honest, I could talk about the epicness of Epic Cash for hours and hours and hours. So maybe I can come back. But let's just end it on. So let's just end it on, because we're over an hour and a half now. Let's end it on. So Bitcoin, in the original design, Satoshi Nakamoto's design of Bitcoin is absolutely incredible, right? It's absolutely incredible. And that's what we love. Well, that's what the hive mind loves. That's what I love. But the BTC implementation of Bitcoin is not that vision, right? So then Monero took the baton on and did an incredible job of trying to stick to those original values, right?
Mm.
So we can call Monero Bitcoin 2.0, right?
Okay, I like that.
But Monero is incredible. It's legendary. And it taught the world about privacy and fungibility. And also, that's where I learned about the importance of egalitarian mining, fair for everyone mining with their RandomX CPU mining algorithm. But I've since found out that actually Epic implemented that before Monero. But the problem with Monero is it's reached its limit now. It's reached its limit. It's a legend. It's a granddad.
Yeah.
And it needs to pass the baton on. And who's going to take that baton? Well, the answer is obvious to you and I.
R?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's so Epic Cash is Bitcoin 3.0.
It's 3.0, and I'm not disparaging R. I'm just saying that Epic Cash is its use case is not to just be a privacy coin. And I think that is the Achilles heel of Pirate Chain, is that it's kind of built on that. That is the pillar. And with that, there's inherent risk just of being an R holder. You're kind of under the microscope anyway. But I love R. I love Captain Draith. It's just my decision to pivot and pivot my holdings into Epic Cash was purely pragmatic. It was taking a look at which one did I feel like at the time that I made the pivot, Epic Cash's market cap was $5 million. And I thought, okay, you have R, which was, I don't know what, $400 million market cap. For that to go 2x from 225 to, $5. Are we going to get another, $200, $300 million into that chain, that project? Or is there a better opportunity for Epic Cash with those same dollars to go from a 5 million market cap to $10 million market cap? And I think I've made the right bet, because since then it's gone 11x. So that is the kind of, I believe with all of your coins, that is the decision that you have to make. You have to take a look at it. You have to be very, very pragmatic, and you have to just say, okay, which one, how much money has to go into this project for it to 2x or 3x or 5x or 10x or 100x. And when you have something as beautifully designed as Epic Cash, which is Bitcoin perfected, and you start to understand it, you just gain all kinds of confidence of, my chips are all in. And with regard to that, I just want to coach people on, I want to take away any fear of Videx, the app, because it is a little clunky going through it the first time. But there are lots of people out here that can help. I've helped 6 people over the weekend personally, where I was on the phone walking them through lovingly every step of the way. And I would do that 100 times a week if I needed to. I am open for business with that, because I want to help people get in and understand it. And then you can become a teacher yourself. But it really, you can follow the directions down below. I have it in video and by text. But the community, if you go to t.me/Epic Cash Help Desk, they can literally help you with anything. But this, hear me now, is a pro tip. This is, thank God. So what you need to get Epic Cash is BTC. It's the only trading pair worth a shit in Videx, whatever they call it. It's the only one that has the liquidity that you want to be able to. So get BTC. Now, what if you have ETH? What if you have, all of these other coins? Well, if you go to godex.io, GODEX.io, that is quickly going to become your best friend. I stumbled upon that, and my gosh, I have used it so many times. It is the best site in the world. You talk about from a UI, from a user interface, a user experience standpoint, there are 300 coins that you can send to Godex, and there's no KYC, zero. You can get your cross-chain Bitcoin deposit address from your Vite wallet. You can copy and paste that into a note, so you always have it there. Mine starts with 1D something, and I have that in my notes. It's my deposit address into my BTC, into my Vite wallet. If I have anything that can be converted into ETH, whether it's on MetaMask or whatever, if Godex doesn't already offer that coin to be converted, but what happens is, if I want to convert 10 ETH, let's say, to BTC, you go to godex.io, you put in there, I want to convert 10 ETH to BTC. And then it'll do the calculation and tell you how much BTC you'll get. If you say you want to exchange, you click exchange. Then all of a sudden it goes, no, it says, give me your BTC deposit address. You put in your deposit address. Okay, that's step one. And then when you exchange, it goes, and it comes up with a automatic deposit address for your ETH. So then you go into your ETH, you hit send, it goes to Godex, and right on your Godex screen, it's showing you the whole process. Go take a walk, take a 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk. But then ultimately, you're going to realize that you all of a sudden, Shazam, with very low exchange fees, you're going to end up in your BTC wallet, invite, you're going to have your BTC. Now, if you're kind of nervous because the process has started, once it starts the withdrawal process, once you see that it's exchanged it, all you have to do to know that it is working and it's going into your wallet is you can go to the primary. I know this isn't going to make sense to some of you who haven't been there, but those of you who are familiar with the Vite wallet, you go into the asset. I mean, if you go into the wallet and you hit BTC, it's going to open it up. You hit the cross-chain deposit, which is the left side. You hit the cross-chain deposit, and then it is going to, and then you hit next. And then in the upper right, you're going to have deposit history. If you click on that, you're going to see the deposit that is happening right before your eyes. It'll say like 0 of 2 transactions, confirmations, I mean. So that's where you know you got game. You can go take a walk. You can go walk your dog. You know that ultimately when you come back, you're going to be able to have BTC to start trading with. Godex.io. I love, they have helped me so much because I've been able to not have to go to an exchange that's KYC to convert all of my crypto. I've been able to do this just anonymously and acquire all of my Epic cash, which is invisible to everyone out there, except Yoga Dude. That's an inside joke. All right. Sorry. I just had to get that in because I know there's a lot of people that are like, God, I have to get BTC. I have to convert it to BTC. Well, I have the XRP. Well, send your XRP to Godex. They'll convert it. They'll send it over, etc. All right. Sorry about that, Cat. I had to get that in.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing as well. Like Epic Cash is so much more about, it's so much more than just about making yourself wealthy. This is about, if you're one of those people that think that the current financial system is corrupt and you're looking for an alternative, then maybe you'll end up in BTC, USDT, centralized exchanges. But for me, those things are just as corrupt. Mm-hmm. So in Epic Cash, we're creating our own ecosystem where we won't need fiat, we won't need BTC, we won't need USDT. This is the money for the people. This is a financial system that will benefit everyone who chooses to use it. And I want to be a part of that. And I encourage other people to become a part of that. And one of the side effects is that you will also become very wealthy.
Right. That is as Max says, a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
but it's so funny. It's like my groomer, I educated her on Epic Cash when it was about low 30s, 35 cents. And I told her, well, the way I got her into it is I gave her her normal tip. And I said, I would like to also give you a tip in Epic Cash. And she didn't know what it was. And I sent her the link and I said, if you can send me your Vite address, I will match my tip that I gave you, but it's in Epic Cash. You don't know anything about it, but you know me for a long time. And you know that I'm pretty smart dude and have been fairly successful in business. And I'm just saying that the tips that I can give you between now and the end of the year, would it surprise you if I said that will pay for your son's education that was just born? And she's like, I trust you. And so she has accepted all of her tips in Epic Cash. And it is, you know, so delightful to hear from her, to where it's like she had another baby and she sent me a text. And so I'm like, congratulations. And I sent her I still have her Vite address. So I sent her 100 Epic Cash. And in there, I said, for little man's college education, ! And I really believe with all my heart that's all that baby needs for a college education is 100 Epic Cash today. But there's that. I was invited on a boat trip for a bunch of anarchist, freedom loving folks over in the Orlando area. Going to go on a boat. And I said, I will show up on one condition. And that's that I get to pay for the gas. And the guy said, cool. And he wants his gas in Epic Cash. That's cool. That's cool. So use cases are happening all around us. As people wake up, they're going to want to transact in Epic.
And I will never trade my Epic Cash for fiat or for BTC or for USDT, but I really enjoy giving it away. Giving it away. It's such a nice experience. You know that you're giving away something that's going to be incredibly
Isn't that amazing?
valuable.
I think that's that whether you call it karma or you had said that's just like you're giving off positive energy and you're getting it back. And it's so true. It's like when you can gift someone, I call it pay it forward. I do a lot of things that are pay it forward, you know, that if somebody downloads I did one last night on Instagram to where I said the next 100 people who go through the process, and I put the video of getting a Vite address, I will send you 5 Epic Cash. And so this morning I'm sitting there and there's like a dozen in there, and I have the most ridiculous, long, complicated password that it takes me like a minute to type it out, and I will not copy and paste it anywhere. I refuse. I'm like smarter than that, you know? and so it took me like an hour to send 5 Epic Cash to a dozen people. So then I deleted the tweet. So anybody out there that thinks I'm being an Indian giver, it's I fulfilled my obligation for those who took me up on it. But I'm never going to do that again because it just takes too long.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Imagine. This is a fun community.
Yeah.
I mean, we put the fun back in dysfunction, man. This world is full of dysfunction. And right here, you're at home. We have a great time. I'm going to commit to you to continuing to be consistent. I am going to have our Friday Epic Cash lives. I commit to having Wednesday evening guests, which are going to be community members. And as the spirit moves me and opportunities present themselves, I will have more people. Usually in the weekdays, I like to start them at 7 o'clock. This one is at 8 because I know I wanted to respect you because it's breakfast. I figured 8.
Awesome.
8 a.m. is probably better than 7 a.m.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so we're just going to keep chatting, man. We're going to grow this community. Everybody is welcome. When we talk about inclusivity, this is what we mean. It's like, we don't care who you are, what you believe in. There's just no measure. You're a human being. This is the only condition, is you bleed red. If you bleed red, then you are automatically part of our community. And, that includes our dogs. If they get smart enough where they can get a Vita dress, then, we'll even send them some Epic Cash. But, man, this has been a blast, Captain. And I really do want you to come back and we'll continue to have fun like this. You're a great guest.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, I literally spoke about 5% of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I need to come back. But yeah, it's awesome getting to know you and many other people in the community. And I highly recommend viewers to do the same.
Isn't it true that when our interview didn't work out, we still had like a 2-hour interview? And we got to talk about many things that we can't talk about. We cannot talk about without being banned. So it's been great. But hey, everyone in the chat, thank you for showing up. And everybody who ultimately sees this, I hope you enjoyed this tonight. And as I am wont to do, because I'm a little superstitious, I had to wear a Buccaneers jersey before the game on Sunday when we kick the New Orleans Saints butt.
Is it regular season now? Is it still?
Yeah, we are 6-1. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have never been 6-1 ever in the 40-year history.
Oh, really?
And so we look forward to being 7-1. And our Lord and Savior Tom Brady has come, and he's just an amazing. That dude is like. Next
I followed American football for about 3 or 4 years, which is strange for someone in the UK because we love football, right?
UK. I tell you what, there's that
London, Wembley Stadium.
Rodham, no, not that. It's the new one.
Twickenham.
Is it Twickenham?
Twickenham.
I went there in 2019 for my 55th birthday. That was my present, to go to the new stadium. And I watched the Bucks play the Saints there. And we got our ass kicked because Jameis Winston decided to throw like 6 interceptions. It was disgusting. But that was before all of this craziness happened. That was the last time that I traveled internationally, 2019, when I used to travel all over all the time. It's crazy to me.
It wasn't the London's. I think they play like 2 years ago. My knowledge, to be honest, I've stopped watching sports since the COVID thing, because I think there's too much propaganda. I don't like it. A couple of years ago, they used to play at Twickenham and they used to play at Wembley Stadium. So I don't know if they've added more.
Well, you know what? I got to just end on this.
Yeah. Let's
one of our co-favorite people is in the chat, and that's Izzy Islow.
Yeah.
And this guy is saying, feeling it inspired all over again. And to me, that is absolutely what this show is about, and why I was so excited about having you on as a guest, because you're inspirational. Your article was inspirational, and I really do think that you have changed the world of Epic forever, from the bottom of my heart. Not just trying to get brownie points here with you, but I appreciate your research. I appreciate your writing. I appreciate how you present. And I think that you are going to help a lot of people arrive at the right conclusion. And it's just done in such an honest, organic way. And that's what this is all about. So it's like game on, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whether Epic next week is $5 or, $3.50. I doubt it's probably going to be somewhere in between, or it might even be, who knows? I mean, it's just nuts. But all I know is the fundamentals haven't changed. The fundamentals of Epic Cash is the same as it was last week when the price was a lot lower. So just let that sink in. What has changed? Only one thing. People are starting to wake up. That's it. That's it. You don't go from a $5 million market cap to a $50 million market cap without people putting money into the chain. And so that money is coming from where? New people. Why? Because there are people out there like you who have taken the time to take a deep dive or a shallow dive. It doesn't matter, but you're talking to people. You're talking to people. You're getting them to watch videos like this. You're getting them to go to Telegram channels like are all down below in the links. And people are starting to wake up. And the coolest thing for me is it's bringing people together. It's bringing people. We have this, in screw Robinhood, we have Epichood, because all of a sudden these young people are realizing that the Bitcoin that they thought they bought on Robinhood, they can't move. They can't move it out of Robinhood. It's not your Epic coin. It's an IOU. It's bullshit. Robinhood is bullshit. You don't own a thing. So if you want to take control of your financial future, young guys and gals, then get your energy over into Epic Cash. Go to t.me/Epichood. That's for you. That's for all you young people who are going to change the world. We're going to help you. Okay. We're going to help retrain your brain, and we're going to help you train others. So please meet us over there. But it's those young people. We have groups for 55 plus. We have ladies of Epic. We have everything. But the bottom line is, what you have with Epic Cash is just nothing but pure, unadulterated, positive energy coming from each other. It is like a community that I have never experienced in my life. I have experienced lots of communities to where there's been rah-rah, whether it was University of Iowa and the Hawkeyes, and you have your football teams and stuff like that. But I have never, ever had something like this that I think is going to be so world changing, that we're part of on the ground floor. We are so early. We're so on the ground floor, and we're going to help change people's lives. Imagine you can help change your progeny's lives, right? Just by the decisions that you make today. They don't have to be big gobble decisions. A little bit of Epic goes a long way, long term. So please, I just hope people start paying attention. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of comments of people thanking me. Thank you, Uncle V, for getting me into Epic Cash when it was in the 30s. I hope in a year I get a ton more people that are saying, thank you, Uncle V, for just talking about this so much incessantly that I got in under $5. Thank you, because now it's trading at 150. Oh, music to my ears. Not because of my holdings or whatever. It's just that I want to help change people's lives. And I have so much conviction on this that I've bet it all on Epic Cash. Okay. So if it goes down, I go down. Simple as that. I liquidated all of my 401ks, all of my IRAs. I invested them all in crypto this year. And I rode this bumpy, freaking crazy ride to where I lost a lot of money in tuition of learning. But what I had left, I ultimately pivoted into Epic Cash. You know what? I'm in for the long haul. So we're all going to be there together. But I'm just telling you, I would never evangelize to you what I haven't done myself. And I am all in. and I'm all in, and I'm going to continue to deliver the facts, not pump, but the facts. And I hope that you are with us and that you contribute, because what Epic Cash is a collection on the blockchain of energy. And that energy comes from financial, you can invest in it. It comes from mining, meaning you can mine it and you're putting energy into the ecosystem, or you can earn it. You can earn it where people are going to pay you in Epic. And you can go to epicfundme.com and explore that. That's a whole different topic of discussion for another day. But what I'm saying is all a blockchain is a collection of energy. And one of the legs of the stool that is the most important in my mind is the community. And the community of Epic Cash is beyond measure. It is not an angry community. I'm not going to use names, but you guys can go into some chats, and there are some communities in there that are just freaking angry. It's like everybody's just in a shitty mood. And if you're a newbie, especially, you're not welcome. It's like you're a pledge going into, you're pledging for a fraternity or a sorority, and you're dealing with 7th year seniors that are going to harass you to death, or they're going to do what the hell do they do in college? They, shoot, there's a word for it. Anyway, they run you through the ringer. They make you, I'm not even going to say, but with Epic Cash, what you're going to find are the kindest, gentlest, most open-minded, loving people. And I'm telling you right now, Captain Pie, I just lost my video again, but I am telling you, I'm going to probably be wonky when we get back, but I'm telling you, here's my prediction. Give us a year. Give us 1 year.
Yeah.
And we are going to organize an Epic Cash convention, and it's going to be in Miami, Florida. That's where Max lives. That's where everybody is. That is the epicenter of cryptocurrency, frankly. And Epic Cash is going to be a big part of that. It is Friday night. Max is out with the mayor's right-hand man tonight for dinner. I'm telling you, there's so many things I want to tell you that I can't. But we're going to have a conference in Miami in a year, and we're going to have thousands of people there. Yeah. And so you want to be part of that. That is such an amazing freaking event. And I'm starting to pre-promote it now because I'm willing it into our future. And we're going to be celebrating it as a collective family, because you are part of the family, the Epic family. So I hope you come away encouraged tonight, man. I feel like I feel like I've been on fire because of you, Captain Pie. I think we work well off each other. And
I get very excited talking about Epic Cash. So it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Yeah. So look, keep up.
And I can't wait to meet everyone in real life. So
I know, isn't that going to be amazing? Isn't that going to be amazing?
Yeah.
And who's going to be in the crowd? Sitting there going, Epic Cash, Epic Cash. I think it's going to be Lil Raph. He's going to be incognito, but he's going to be silently like investing in Epic Cash along the way, because he's not dumb, except he's going to go incognito. He's going to be like in a wig, in drag. He'll have a mullet wig on or something, glasses, and little Rafina's going to be in there. Epic Cash. Oh, I love it. All right, man. This has been a blast. I love you all.
Yeah,
and
absolute pleasure.
We'll see you next round. Wednesday, everybody. You like Enrique? Hey, ladies, the ones who keep DMing me, and that one dude who keeps DMing me, stop. Please, on when will you have Enrique in again? He's so handsome. When's Enrique coming on? Look, what am I, chopped liver? Why isn't anybody, saying, oh, happy Uncle V, he's so handsome? You don't have to answer that. I know. I have a face for a radio, but Enrique is going to be with us on Wednesday night. It's going to be at 7 p.m. And let me tell you why you want to be there. I don't know if all of you guys are aware, but there was a Bitcoin maxi, American Hodl is his name, real douche, who was mocking Max and Yoga in an interview, asking how much is your market cap? Max goes 5 million, and he just started just like overboard, right? Rolling his chair back, he had to go catch his breath because I could buy that market cap tomorrow. Well, Enrique took that up as a challenge, and he went through the exercise of what would happen to Epic cash price if somebody that big and bold and wise like American Hodl decided they were just going to take us out by buying us out. And so if you want to see some amazing analysis and see if you had some Epic cash in there, you know what your holdings would be worth, it's going to be a fun Wednesday night. And I will tell you the answers will surprise you. But the fact is, if you're watching this, if you're in this chat, you know he could never do it because I'm not selling. Are you? Are you? No. So, but if he offers me $1 million a coin, maybe I will. But that would only be like
five coins. You can have 5 coins for $5 million.
Yeah, 5 coins of 5 million. Good. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed tonight. It's Friday night. I'm going to finally check out and go kiss the wife and walk the dogs. But great seeing you guys. And Captain Pie, thank you. You've been an awesome guest. I love you, man. We're going to have you back lots.
Awesome. Been an absolute pleasure. I love you too, Uncle V.